Hey guys, welcome back to My Anime Heroes Customs. This week is a special build for the return of the famous Bleach anime with the 1000-year Blood War arc. We have the father of all, Quincy, Yhwach. Hope you enjoy this as I have. He'll be the 116th commission project. Subscribe if you like watching my videos and if you want to see more builds and customs in the future. Hit that notification bell and the like button and comment. It will definitely help the channel grow more and for me to be able to keep on making customs for all of you. Cheers! Let's do this! Let's start with our materials. I'm using the Dasin Ichigo for our base body and Hanshi Arts 3D printed head. Whenever I am commissioned to make a Bleach figure and custom, I always go for the Dasin Ichigo bases because they're already made and the clothing is already there. And we also have a 3D printed head sculpt from Hanshi Arts, which is Yhwach's face, and he was kind enough to separate the hair and the mustache so that I can paint it easily. Looking at the size and the scale, it's perfect for the Dasin base. All I have to do now is glue this together and spray this in a primer gray base. Now, to start it off, let's remove the clothing and the kimono from the Dasin Ichigo base so that we can get it ready and prepare it for the clothing that we will make for Yhwach. And we're all done and we're ready. Let's go. Let's start with our work on the Dasin base body. First is I have to shave off these details from the feet so that I can get a clear and clean base to start off some shoes. Now, first off, making fabric clothing, I'm using pants. I'm using this template over here and white spandex fabric to make some white pants for Yhwach. And another is I'm making this top from this template and this sizing and the same spandex cotton white fabric, cutting two pieces and sewing them together and boom, putting it on the body. Now all I have to do is make my measurements final, so cutting off the edges, edging the seams, and making sure that everything fits perfectly. Fast forward on the lower torso, so I put up the pants up to knee high so that we have a little bit of a balloon over the knee, and I've used my silver synthetic leather to create a boots for the shins. I'll be recoloring also the shaved off feet some silver to match the synthetic silver. So I've initially sprayed the head sculpt some primer gray so that I could clean it off before painting it into a flesh tone. And now what I'm doing here is putting on the extra pieces that Hanshi Art separated for me so that I can detail up the faces. So I've already input the mustache and now I'm putting the front bangs. And I'm using this black synthetic leather to create hair pieces for Yhwach. Yhwach has a very long hair, black hair. So I'm thinking of using some thread or some synthetic leather to get that long hair look that has some wind effect. And fast forward, after working for about 2 hours on this head, I think this is the most complicated head sculpt that I've ever done so far. So I've added layers and layers of synthetic black leather and put it on top of each other, making sure that everything goes well and with a flow. And now I can finally shape this and paint this like this. I've already shaped it and painted everything black and the skin tone that matches the body of the Dasin well. Very fast forward and cool. So I apologize for missing the video on how I made the top torso. I think I lost the footage. So I just fit the upper torso with the sleeves, rounded the sleeves until the elbows and added black cloth for the arms. And added this front details with silver buttons and a black belt with a collar for the whole uniform. Now what I have here is a maroon cape that goes around the neck of the collar. My client specifically requested for a maroon colored cloth instead of black, and I might just need to adjust it a little bit more bigger like this. I think Yhwach deserves a bigger cape, so I've input a wire on the top of the cape. This is how it looks now. So jumping again to the head sculpt, I've already finished the the main look of the head. Now I've just added some white details to the eye base and to the mouth, the open mouth. Now I'm using my micron pen, which is a 0.003 fine point, to detail up the face, and then we're almost done. For the weapon, I'm using this barbecue stick as base and this blue folder, and I will shape in the big sword. I think it's a spirit sword that my client requested to come with Yhwach. So I'm just gonna shape it out on the folder, cut it, and make 2 pieces so that I can sandwich it onto the barbecue stick. Just like this. So as you can see, it's like a big sword with an X handle, and after making this, I'll just douse it with hot glue and paint it clear blue. And then finally, we are done with Yhwach, Bach, the father of all Quincy. I'm very sorry if this video seemed a little bit rushed, because I think I lost some footages when I did this custom. But I tried my best to edit it in a way that you can all still see the main process of everything that I did to this figure. So looking at the figure, I really love the proportion of the head in relation to the body with the cape and all the fabric clothing that I've made for it. Yhwach has a very long hair, so I think it really matches well with the cape, with the drapery of his cape, and the white uniform of the Quincy. What I love about this cape is it's very, very big, and it matches his presence and his aura. I've added a little silver button, and that can be removable with a, I think this is a hook and eye or pin that can be just adjusted and attached on and off so that you can remove the cape and put it on. And for the accessories, my client requested for just a spirit sword that came that he wants to have with Yhwach. So like I said, I just used a folder for this and a barbecue stick, and then I just doused it with hot glue and painted it as clear blue as I can with some highlighting. But I also added a hot glue effect for Yhwach with this I think it's some spirit looks for his hands that can be attached to his hands, just like this. So these are made from just hot glue that we can just attach to some closed fist, so that will attach to the wrist, making him look like he has these spirit powers coming out from his hands. I think this is a really nice addition as an accessory for him, because it makes him look much more menacing and very badass, as he is the main protagonist of the whole Bleach anime. So taking off these hot glue accessories and taking off the the maroon cloak, we can see his uniform, which is, I think this is a staple uniform in the Thousand Blood War arc. And it looks like this. So what are we waiting for? Jump straight to action poses.